Hello! And Happy New Year! Hey, almost New Year. We made it through another motherfucker of a year. Give yourselves a hand. 2021. That was hopefully one of the worst ones. We've been saying that now for a good 5 or 6 years, though. So, fingers crossed this time it's true. I hope you guys are in little pods with your sweet little families and your pets, and you have a cozy blanket. And I don't know if any of you dressed up. I dressed up. That's why I started out standing up, so I could show off this crinoline. It's very fluffy. So I did wear a skirt, but did I wear shoes? No, I did not. That's too far. That's taking it too far. In case we haven't met before, my name is Carsey Blanton, as you can tell by the sign. Boom. You may be asking yourself, where's the band? The band is at real life gigs. Because we're in another awkward phase of the pandemic where gigs both do and do not exist. More on that later. I want to start with a few songs that I feel like are good to ring in this new year. So this is my theme song for 2022. You may recognize it. If you do, shout at home. Walking through the city feeling so ferocious, I could take anyone. You ain't gonna see me run from you, no way, no way. Everything you said to me was so atrocious, you ought to take it back. If I had a punch to pack, I'd make you pay, you pay. I guess your mama didn't raise you right, and you wanna take it out on me. You're just a bully looking for a fight, and you didn't know that I could be so ferocious, so ferocious. You wake up every morning feeling so malicious, mouth full of sour grapes. When you see a smiling face, it makes you mad, so mad. Everything I ever do is so delicious, I ought to cut a break. When I really contemplate you, I feel sad, so sad. I guess your mama didn't raise you right, and you wanna take it out on me. You're just a bully looking for a fight, and you didn't know that I could be so ferocious, so ferocious. Well, you think you're tough, but before long you'll see that there ain't no way to live. 'Cause the stuff that makes you strong ain't what you take, it's what you give. I guess your mama didn't raise you right, and you wanna take it on me. You're just a bully looking for a fight, but you didn't know that I could be so ferocious, so ferocious, so ferocious. Rah! 2022, we're coming for you ferociously, despite all the batterings that we've been taking recently. I'm seeing you guys say Happy New Year, and it just occurred to me that for many of you, it already is the new year, depending where you are on this globe. So shout out to the people who are in Europe or in Australia, right? Australia, it's been 2022 for a while now. But I believe in much of Europe, it is also now 2022. Drop a comment if you want to wish Happy New Year to those of us living in the past. We'll join you pretty soon here. Gosh, I don't even know. It's like, it's crazy. It's all so crazy, you know? I feel like a broken record because every time I get on the live stream, I just want to be like, hey guys, hope you're doing all right out there. It's a weird time. I know we thought the pandemic was over back in June, and then we thought it was kind of over again recently, and now we're in Omicron. A lot of stuff's being canceled again, and a lot of us are going back into lockdown. And it's kind of a sad time, but it's kind of a happy time too. That's just how life is, I guess, some of the time. On which note, the thing that I like to do to occupy myself in these trying times is make records. So I made Love and Rage in the first year of the pandemic, released it last April of 2021, and I just made a whole new record in the desert in El Paso, outside of El Paso, at the beginning of this month, which is still December for a couple more hours. It's sort of a review of some of my earlier work and also some unreleased material. I'm calling it Body of Work. And since it's just me here tonight and we don't have the guys to raise money for, I would like to try and raise a little money to mix that album, which costs about $2,500. So if you are watching this show for your New Year's Eve, thank you so much for being here. And if you're planning to send a little money our way, the deal is every time we raise $500, I'm going to reveal another song from the new album, Body of Work. So a lot of the songs you already know. I'm just going to tell you what they are and play them for you. And you'll be like, wow, that one is coming out in a different format. Woo! So that's what's going to happen. But first, I'm going to play a few more Happy New Year songs. Then we'll get into the general material. This song has been coming up at every single show I play lately. I feel like it's the best one for these days that we have, that we're dealing with now. And probably for next year too. It isn't safe out here, it's perfectly clear. I should have known it was a big mistake. I could have stayed at home, not answered the phone, and never given you my heart to break. But lovers run to ruin, soldiers run to war. Ships are safe in harbor, but it ain't what ships are for. Hearts are made for breaking, you were made for me. So batten down the hatches, honey, we'll sail away to sea. We had a lot to learn, courage to burn. We were the cutest little fools in town. I was an awful mess, but you were the best, and I was trying not to let you down. But lovers run to ruin, soldiers run to war. Ships are safe in harbor, but that ain't what ships are for. Love is for the making, you were made for me. So batten down the hatches, honey, we'll sail away to sea. It can seem insane, the wind and the rain, howling through the dark of the night. But when the stars come out, the darkest of doubt is nothing to the joy of their light. It isn't safe out there, and you're getting scared, and honey, you've got every right to be. But the time is now, so steady the prow and go ahead into the mystery. Lovers run to ruin, soldiers run to war. Ships are safe in harbor, but it ain't what ships are for. Hearts are made for breaking, you were made for me. So batten down the hatches, honey, we'll sail away to sea. Oh, ain't it the truth, though? We're just battening down the hatches over and over again. It's like every couple weeks you gotta batten them down again. Hi. I'm a little jealous that you guys all get to read the comments. I only get to read the ones that my tech genius husband, John, at home puts up on the banner. That's how I get communicated with. I can't read the comments and play at the same time. Oh, we have Happy New Year from Scotland. Thank you, Wee Scout. Great name. I hope that's really your name. I would love to hear who you guys are watching with and where you are and all that kind of stuff. So John, throw that information up on the screen as you can. Here's one more. Oh, thank you, Doc Gutter or Guter, probably. Gunther? No, I can't tell. From Germany. Somebody mentioned this before the show even started. Somebody left the lyrics to this song in a YouTube comment and said it was a good Happy New Year song, and I'm with ya. So I want to play this one too, and then we'll get a little further into it. Thank you guys all for being here. I'm so excited to spend New Year's with you again. Who knew? We didn't know, but, you know, there's silver linings. Oh, it's my mom. Hi, Mom. Nope, wrong song. See, that's what happens when I try to read the comments and play at the same time. Jesus Christ was a handsome man. He had nothing to hide. He said, give bread to the hungry, bring the homeless inside. Jesus Christ was a dangerous man. That's the way that he died, saying, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people, be good to the people, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Dr. King was a preacher. He had God on his side. He said, our God's children are brothers. Don't cast your brother aside. Dr. King was a dangerous man. That's the way that he died, saying, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people, be good to the people, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Well, there ain't nothing more criminal than kindness. No. 'Cause there ain't nothing more valuable than blindness. That's right. So they'll make anyone a martyr who reminds us everybody got a right to be free. Be good to the people. Be good to the people now. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Love everybody alive. Love everybody alive. Yes. Woo! That one really, I felt that one today. Woo! Getting into 2022, guys. I'm going to try and love everybody alive. I'm going to try even harder this time. We tried last year. I released that song 1 year ago. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We blew right past 500. Dang, thank you. And welcome. Welcome to 2022. 22 is my lucky number. I think I mentioned that in one of my emails. My birthday is July 22nd. And I think because of that, my grandmother, Gloria's lucky number was 22. And I remember her telling me that when I was probably 4 and being like, that's my lucky number too. So 22 has always been my lucky number, which is just to say I think we have a good shot this year at loving everybody alive. That's my wish for the next year. And I'm lucky, and it's my lucky year. So thank you. We've gone past $500, which means, drum roll please. Just kidding, there's no drummer in here. I'm going to play a song from the new album. So the new album, let me tell you a little bit about it first. I have these exciting blue bags. Welcome. Welcome, blue bag. The album's called Body of Work. I I'm a big fan of Tom Waits, and I really love his collection, Orphans, Brawlers, and Bastards, whatever it's called. I can't remember right now, but it's got, it's like orphans from many of his records, and songs that either didn't make it on a record or almost made it on a record, or it's a alternate version. And I've always wanted to have enough records that I could do a record like that. So this is my first one. I'm 7 albums in, and I'm finally making an album of all my orphans, and also reinterpreted songs from earlier albums. It's called Body of Work. So this is songs from Body of Work, and I'm going to randomly pick one and tell you about it, and hopefully play it, although there's a couple I can't play, and if we get one of those, you get a bonus song. Let's see. Oh, good one. Good first one. Is this 2? I'll just take the one. This is Down in the Streets. Whoops. This is the newest song from Body of Work. You can't read that. I don't know why I'm trying to show you. It's not going to work. I give up. So Down in the Streets is the only song from Body of Work, or recorded for Body of Work, that is also on the new album Love and Rage. And why did I do that? Well, I really love the version we made on Love and Rage. I'm always going to love that version, and I think it's awesome and it rocks. So that's not why I did it. I did it because I wrote this song, Down in the Streets, as a protest song. And it's not really a protest song unless people sing it to each other in protest. So I thought maybe if I released a really simplified, broken down acoustic version, that more people would learn the song and play it around campfires. So it's going to sound something like this on the album. Mama, it's a disaster, going faster and faster, and all of my heroes turning out to be bastards. Ain't no peace to be found in this company town, 'cause the house will keep winning till we burn the house down. So all my friends in the streets tonight, we go singing. All my friends who are down and out, we're gonna fight. For all our friends in the up above, with all our rage and all our love, adding fuel to the fire down in the streets tonight. Well, they call it a riot, 'cause we ain't keeping quiet. But if you've been listening, we know you don't buy it. And they say we've been stealing, but who's the real villain when we can't even make a living? Now they're making a killing. So while my friend in the streets tonight, we go singing. All my friends who are down and out, we're gonna fight. For our friends in the up above, with all our rage and all our love, adding fuel to the fire down in the streets tonight. Well, they can lock us up and they can knock us down. We're the ones who run this town. We're gonna shout it out till we make them face. We're the ones who own this place. They can lock us up and they can knock us down, but we're the ones who run this town. We're gonna shout it out till we make them face. We're the ones who own this place. So while my friends in the streets tonight, we go singing. All my friends who are down and out, we're gonna fight. All our friends in the up above, with all our rage and all our love, adding fuel to the fire down in the streets tonight. Down in the streets tonight. Down in the streets tonight. Yeah! Woo! Still feels good. So, yes, Down in the Streets, supposed to be a protest song. I think of it as real folk music, and what I mean by that is it's a song that you might want to learn and sing to each other because it's relevant to our lives right now. And thanks, Mom. She loves that lyric. Talk about relevant to our lives. They say we've been stealing, but who's the real villain? We can't even make a living, and they're out there making a killing. Oh, ain't it the truth, though? I'm sorry. I know I wrote it, but it still gets me. Still hurts my feelings. Gosh, well, holy crap. We've already got another song. Holy Jesus Christ, you guys. Calm down. Just kidding. Don't calm down. You can keep paying. That's good. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the attention. Thank you for the spiritual love. It made me smile while I was singing it. I saw that somebody in Humble is playing that song at they said their lefty meetings, and I assume that's some kind of activism, some kind of organizing, and I just want to say thank you. That really, really, really makes me very happy. Okay, so we've raised another 500. I gotta keep up with you guys. Let's draw another song. So here's another song from Body of Work, the record which will be released sometime soon, but we don't actually know when. First we have to mix it, and that's what this money is going to. Ooh, okay, this is a bonus one because I can't play this without Joe. This is Hot Night. So Hot Night is another one that I'm very happy with the recording on the record. I had no problems with it at all. However, Joe and I used to tour. We did a couple tours with Madeline Peru, and when we were opening for her, we were a duo, and we just did guitar and upright bass every night. No electric bass, no additional instruments. And we had a rippin' version of Hot Night that was on the upright, which is very hard to play. And it just sounds really cool. So that's the version that we just recorded, is just me singing and Joe on upright, and our producer Tyler Chester plays just a little bit of tasteful percussion, does some clapping, and then I do a little bit of background vocals. Not going to do it right now, I know, that's upsetting because I just started this game, but the cool thing is you do get a bonus song, and the song is The Animal I Am. Animal I Am is from the So Ferocious record, and there's somebody out there, I think it's Dan in Chicago. I don't know if he's watching. I know he watches a lot. He always requests it. And I remember when I first met Dan, I was playing a show at Space in Evanston, Chicago, and he was sitting right up front, and he said, The Animal I Am. And it was cool because people rarely request it, and it is one of my own favorites of my work. And hey, that's what's cool about this Body of Work project, is I get to re-record songs of mine that I think are cool. Because you know what? I can. It's my prerogative. So this one is The Animal I Am, reimagined. Not really reimagined right now, but on the album. The animal I am inside don't give a damn about my pride. Her smile is a mile wide, 'cause she don't give a damn. The animal who lives in me don't give a shit for dignity. Go ahead and let me be the animal I am. When I try to reason, she just laughs. When she cries, it breaks my heart in half. In my younger days, I tried to keep her locked away inside, but it ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. The animal is in me yet. She got no use for etiquette. Heaven knows if you will get a lion or a lamb. And God forbid you fall from me, though I may treat you tenderly. Hang around and you will see the animal I am. When I try to reason, she just laughs. When she cries, it breaks my heart in half. In my younger days, I tried to keep her locked away inside. Ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. Well, she barks all night. She's always starting fights. She's only acting tough. keep her locked away inside. Ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. It ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. It ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. Thank you. Yeah, so Animal I Am is one of the ones that is now reimagined. Those of you who are on Patreon, first of all, thank you for being patrons. I love you very much. More on that in a second. Secondly, I tend to write a lot about my writing and recording process on that website. So I just posted a long treatise about recording this new album body of work. I flew to El Paso and went out in the desert on a pecan farm for 3 days with Joe, my bass player of many years, and Tyler, the fellow who has produced the last couple projects now with me. And it was really weird and cool and surreal. We had an idea to make it an acoustic album, and it has ended up not quite acoustic. A lot of it is electric, actually, but it is a lot sparser and a little more like spontaneous, I guess, than my records. I tend to we work really hard and we add all these layers and we make it sound lush and beautiful and we try to realize it really well when we make albums. It works sometimes it doesn't. This one we were just like, do another song. Okay, do another song. Okay, do another song. I had 3 days at the ranch and we recorded 15 songs, which means 5 a day on average. So we were like ripping right through them. So anyway, that's a little more about that project. Before we move on, where did it go? I have another blue bag here. This blue bag says people who got me through 2021. I thought it would be a fun little exercise. So I have a whole bunch of people in here written. They're not actually people. I have a whole bunch of cards in here with people's names written on them. And I want to invite you guys, as I go through these, to also comment about the people who got you through 2021. Because you know what? We do it together. I love that this is the first one I drew, because a lot of the people in here are my actual friends, but this is Donna, my therapist. Shout out to therapy. 2021 was a great year to get into therapy if you weren't already in it. I do really like my therapist a lot, and I really like being in therapy. I don't like it, it's not fun, but overall I feel like it's making me a little more resilient, which I think we could all use lately. And I'm going to grab one more, and this is also very apropos. This is John, my husband, who is running the tech right now. He's a really good husband, you guys. I know I don't talk about him very much, and he's not on the internet that much in the social media way, so people are always Googling him to try and figure out who he is. He's a brilliant and lovely and extremely generous and good-hearted person. That's who he is. We've been together for 15 years now, which feels like a really long time, especially considering last year, 2021, felt like 15 years itself. All right. So, talk about who's getting you through who got you through 2021, and I'm going to move on and play another song. Let's go into American Kid territory. Why not? Big news. You should do that as a ticker. I feel like that's more ticker tape material. There we go. I was once an American kid, growing up on hollow ground. Rode to the river on a pretty red horse in a pretty little country town. But I grew up fast and I cast my vote for the president. And I had my doubts, but I still had hope till I read the finer print. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. maybe they know not what we do, but I wish they'd say what they mean. We stole this nation fair and square, and a whole lot of people in chains, but it was all for the glory of God, I swear, and the glory of capital gains. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. And all the little kids all around the world, some have and others don't. But God loves all the boys and girls. God knows America won't. I hear them holler in my head. Can you hear that lonesome sound? Well, it may be true that we made our bed, but I ain't taking it lying down. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. God help the American kid. I realized after I started playing that what I should have played was the song Mercy, which is the song that I wrote for John. Oh shoot, but we've already raised another $500. Guys, you're messing with my mojo. Just kidding. Gosh, I gotta stop making that joke. Okay, I'm gonna play another song from Body of Work, and then I'll play John's song, Mercy. Gosh, okay, those of you who've just joined, I recorded a new album. It's called Body of Work, and for every $500 we raise on this here live stream, I'm going to reveal another of the songs from the album, and we're up to 1,500. So this is actually the fourth song I'm revealing, because one of them I couldn't play. Songs from Body of Work. Give it a good shake. Let's see what we got now. Twister, heyo. I haven't gotten to do any of the unreleased ones yet. There are some, I swear. We'll get to them later, I guess. I hope. Gosh, this is going well. So, Twister. I wrote this song back in New Orleans, where I used to live until the pandemic hit. A lot of things experienced some upheaval, including my location. I moved closer to my band and closer to my family. But I wrote this right after an actual tornado hit New Orleans. It mostly hit New Orleans East, but it also knocked down a house about a half a block from my house, and it just sort of like smote it. It just hit one house and knocked it totally down, and then left and went to New Orleans East. It felt very personal, so that's where this song came from. Well, it all went down when I heard him sing like a whiskey. It was wild and warm. Heard the preacher preaching, the bells all ringing, and the rumble of a gathering storm. When he took my hand, the wind blew strong. I said, put that down and back away slow. I've had about enough out of you now, mister. Well, I can't help you if you don't know. But if it ain't nailed down, we're gonna lose it in the twister. Turn tail, jump ship, hop on a train. You better run, boy, for you're in a world of pain. I can hear it coming and we ain't even kissed. If it ain't nailed down, we're gonna lose it in the twister. Well, I'm not sure you heard a word I said, or really if I said it at all. 'Cause the next I know I was in his bed with the window and the clock on the wall. And the clock stopped ticking and the sky went black. I said, good goddamn, now what have we done? We tried to beat the devil but we couldn't resist. Or we laid down when we should have turned and run. And if it ain't laid down, we're gonna lose it in the twister. Turn tail, jump ship, hop on a train. You better run, boy, for you in a world of pain. Can't beat the devil, so you got to resist. If it ain't laid down, you're gonna lose it in the twister. I had a home, now I got a hole in the ground. Had a man, now I got a man about town. So take it from the lady in the rubble and wreck. When you feel that feeling on the back of your neck, just turn tail, jump ship, hop on a train. You better run, boy, for you in a world of pain. Can't beat the devil, so you got to resist. If it ain't that down, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna have to turn tail, jump ship, hop on a train. You better run, girl, for you in a world of pain. Can't beat the devil, so you got to resist. If it ain't laid down, you're gonna lose it in the twister. Yes. Wow, you guys are really blowing smoke up here. Woo, it's getting smoky in here. Thank you. That was a really fun one to record over there in the desert. The album version, another one that I am very fond of, but has a lot of instrumentation, and we thought it'd be fun to do it just with upright bass and vocal. So we had two references when we went to record it just now. One was trailer for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. Roger Miller, of course, King of the Road, which is a great upright bass and vocal and snaps only recording, as is Captain Smith and Pocahontas had a very mad affair. When the daddy tried to kill him, she said, Daddy, oh, don't you dare, he gives me fever. Fever with his kisses, fever when he holds me tight. Fever, I'm his missus, and Daddy better treat him right, or something like that. Fever by Peggy Lee, of course. Two wonderful songs, just snaps and vocals and upright bass. So we did Twister in that style. Gosh, that was a lot of information. In conclusion, thank you guys for being here again, spending your New Year's Eve with me. Another thing I'd like to know, how many of you were planning to attend a New Year's Eve gathering in person and change your plans at the last minute? Drop it in the comments. I'm just curious. This is a little sociology, little data collection we're doing now. A lot of my friends did that, and a lot of musicians I've been seeing in my feed. There were a lot of New Year's Eve concerts that got canceled, so I imagine people were planning to go to those concerts, and then they are not now because they don't exist. Anyway, so thanks for being here at this concert in the virtual world, which is very COVID safe. I promised I was going to play this song, Mercy, for my husband, John, who's one of the people that got me through 2021. One second, though. It would really be better if the guitar was in tune while I played this song. That'd be a much better tribute to John. He does like when things are in tune. John, little known fact until recently, John is himself a very good musician. He plays saxophone and clarinet. He played pretty seriously through college, and then he decided to be an engineer instead of a musician. But, and this is a very endearing quality about John, he plays in the house just for fun. He plays beautiful jazz songs and sometimes Christmas songs, just in our house, and it's just so lovely. Come on, tuner. This tuner is freaking me out. 1 second. And we made a recording, a little video for Christmas of a song called The Merriest, another song I can't really do without Joe. but John played saxophone on that video, so you can find it on all the social medias. There we go. You gotta love to keep me warm, slow rolling like a thunderstorm, low humming like a summer night. You got a love that treats me right. Got lucky running into you, half grown at only 22. Back when I was the running kind, you had a love to ease my mind. And the world burns on below, but how sweet the world could be if every heart could know the mercy that you show to me. You got a love that knows the way, slow falling like a snowy day, soft glowing like a winter night. You got a love that shines a light. How crazy after all these years, you'd still be moving me to tears. So happy just to lie me down beside a love that sticks around. And the world burns on below, but how sweet the world could be if every heart could know the mercy that you show to me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mercy that you show me. Aw, love you, bud. we got back the John is a good husband ticker tape. Glad that one's in the arsenal now for future live streams as well. Whenever it comes up, you can just click that and the ticker will go back up. It's true. Okay, fun. Well, I wanna grab another thing out of the who got me through 2021 bag. And if anybody has mentioned who got them through 2021, throw some of them comments up on the screen. Brilliant and lovely husband, because I want to know. Ooh, we're getting close to another one already. Gosh. So when we hit the 2,000 mark, I'll reveal another song from the new album. And it seems like we might make our goal kind of fast here, in which case I'm going to reveal a stretch goal, like I do. Oh, okay. These are my nieces, Violet and Hazel. I didn't actually get to see them that much in 2021, mostly just over Christmas just now. I got to hang out with them. But gosh, they're the cutest, sweetest little people that I maybe have ever met. They're only a year and a half apart, I believe. Whew, they're now 3 and 5. 3 and almost 5. No, 2 and almost 5. No, I'm getting this all wrong. 2 and almost 4? Somebody's got to tell me, and I'm going to get in trouble with both my mom and Maria any second now. They're very small, and they're not very far apart. And the amazing thing is that Violet, the older sister, is just so sweet to Hazel all the time. And Hazel is very sweet as well, but she's also a little bit more of a Bam Bam type person. So she's like a little hurricane and knocks stuff over and wants to play with toys that Violet doesn't want her to play with. And Violet just reacts to her like, oh, it's my sweet sister and she doesn't know any better. Let me help you, Hazel. Let me help you, clean up that cup that you just knocked over. And I just find it so heartwarming that those girls are so loving. So knowing them really helps me get through this year where it seemed like 3 and almost 5. Okay, good. Thanks, Mom. Where it seemed like in the last couple of years, it can really feel like people are neither loving nor compassionate with each other. But if you know a couple of sweet kids, that proves it wrong. Okay. Tilka, this is another person who got me through 2021. Tilka Elkins is one of my dearest friends. We've been friends now for, how old am I? We've been friends now for more than 20 years, since I was, I think, 13 or 14. And she lives in Oregon, and she is a visual artist, and she's one of my dearest friends, and we haven't, of course, gotten to see much of each other in this pandemic, but we managed to see a little bit of each other. And we have lovely long-distance conversations, mostly about the creative process and how to deal with trying to make art in capitalism, which has its challenges. It's not as hard as doing some other things in capitalism, but it's not that easy. It's not as hard as trying to be a healthcare worker in a pandemic. I'll give you that right now. Or the parent of small children. Those are two things that are definitely harder than being an artist. Not that it's a competition, but for the record, I am aware that there are harder jobs than this. All right, let me see. Let me go down this list. So I have a list I have a set list of songs that I was planning to play, and then if we hit another goal, which we're about to, $60 away, then I'll play another song from the new album. But right now, I feel like playing the song Dealing with the Devil, so I think I will. 'Cause hey, it's about to be my year. This is a new song, and these days I like to dedicate it, at least the second verse, which is about politicians, to Joe Manchin, who is still just fucking us all over with every waking minute of his life, as though it's his God-given mission on this planet to just fuck over as many Americans as possible. It really does seem that way sometimes. It's probably not true. I'm sure he was a sweet kid, but he is not a sweet man. He's a very bad man. Well, there are good men in this world, I don't need to be told. I like 'em white and handsome, with hearts of solid gold. But I don't give a half a damn for lying, cheating fools. And you've been dealing with the devil, so now I got to deal with you. You could take that devil-talking dirty mouth, take it out my house and drive it south. You could take that beat-up, out-of-tune guitar, put it in the backseat of that ugly beat-up car. And when you get to Mississippi, I'll have told your mama too. You've been dealing with the devil, and now she got to deal with you. Now this is where Joe Plowman would normally do a mouth solo in the style of Roger Miller, but I just won't do it justice if I try. It's like a ah, shit. I can't play it and do it at the same time. I'll practice it and get back to you. Well, there are good men in this world. It ain't all lies and sin. But they don't run for office because they don't ever win. And the devil don't know half the tricks you politicians do. But you've been dealing with the devil, and now we got to deal with you. So you could take that double-talking, filibusterin', can't pass legislation mouth, take it out my house and drive it south. You could take that money-grubbing war machine, coal machine, put it in the backseat of that Big Mac limousine. And when you get to West Virginia, I'll have told them people too. You've been dealing with the devil, and now we got to deal with you. Honey, you've been dealing with the devil, and now we got to deal with you. I said you've been dealing with the devil, and now we got to deal with you. Yeah. Every time I mention Joe Manchin, he's sort of become the scapegoat lately, but for really good reason. I mean, we were this close to passing the Build Back Better Act, which would have been, it had a lot of good shit in it, and maybe we'll still pass it. I haven't looked at the news since Christmas because it's just too depressing, but I just could not believe that that guy was up there in the Democratic Party, supposedly being like, I don't know about all this stuff that people like and would be good for them. Instead, I would rather do what the coal companies told me to do. He was just so bald-faced about it, I felt. So that's how he made it into that song. And also, I got to actually see him in person at the Kennedy Center, and I got to play that song for him and introduce it as saying, "Hey, Joe Manchin, please pass the child tax credit." But did he listen? No, he didn't. Okay, am I listening? No, I'm not, because I have to now play another song for the Body of Work album. Thank you. Gosh, we're getting really close to that 2,500 goal. Gee whiz, and we're not even through the first hour yet. Goodness gracious and good grief. This is great. It's great news. Okay, so Body of Work is an upcoming album with semi-acoustic reinterpretations of a bunch of my songs, some of them that have been released and some that haven't. I'm going to try and find one of the ones that hasn't been released just for fun. Is this cheating? Should I not look through them? Too bad. It's my world. Okay. Yep. Okay. Let's do this one. Let's do this one, Carsey. Okay, Carsey. This is one that hasn't been released because it's brand new. It's a song called Sister Says. And funny story about this song on the Body of Work project. I had told Tyler when I asked him if he wanted to make an album that I wanted to try and record 15 songs in 3 days because I like to over-record. I like to have 15 songs and then only release 10 because then I feel that there's no filler. I don't have to have any filler if I do that. So it was about 2 a.m. on the last night that I was in El Paso, and we had 14 songs in the can. And I was sitting in the studio talking to another musician who was there for another project, and that guy was like, "Hey, play me a new song that you don't even really remember the words to." So I played him this song, and at the end of the song, Tyler burst into the room, and he said, "Play it one more time, the mics are on." So he caught it just at the 11th hour. We got the 15th song in, and it was this one. That didn't tell you very much about the song, though. Let me play it first, and then I'll tell you the origin story. It always takes me a minute to remember how to do this picking pattern, so bear with me. There it is. Don't be a stranger, try to be a friend. There ain't any danger in letting someone in. And sister says to give what you can give. It's in the shelter of each other that we live. Well, I ain't an angel, but I can make a start. A little sanctuary to resurrect my heart. And sister says the wonders never cease. It's in the shelter of each other that we know peace. Don't be a stranger, there ain't no such thing. We're brothers and sisters in the love we bring. And sister says to give what you can give. It's in the shelter of each other that we live. And sister says to give what you can give. It's in the shelter of each other that we live. That's a new song called Sister Says. There's a demo on Patreon, and it was recorded for the new album, and it will likely be on it. I should mention, since we over-recorded, that not all the songs we recorded may be released on the album, but any that don't end up on the album will end up on Patreon. So they'll get out in the world one way or another. So Sister Says was actually a special request. This is related to like a long ago rent party. The rent party we had back in April of 2021 when we released Love and Rage, we did a raffle, and the winner of that raffle was a lovely woman named Melissa Quilter, who lives in the Bay Area. I hope that she's listening right now. If you are, hi. And she won, it was supposed to be a 3-minute musical. It was supposed to be 3 1-minute songs. And she asked me to write them about Sister Maureen, who runs the East Bay Sanctuary Covenant, which is an incredible nonprofit that provides legal aid and other kinds of help to refugees and asylum seekers. And she's been running that for a long time, and she's been doing work with refugees for a long time. She's a nun, and she's Irish, and she says a lot of really wonderful things, such as this Irish proverb, I believe it was an Irish proverb, which is, "It's in the shelter of each other that we live." So Melissa asked me to write a musical for Sister Maureen, and instead of a whole musical, I just wrote that one song, Sister Says. But I really like how it came out, and I also got to play it for Sister Maureen herself at the Freight and Salvage. Hi, Melissa. So that was a lovely project, and I love when a thing like that ends up with a real song that I truly like. So here we are. It's 8:55 here on the eastern seaboard of the United States and of Canada. And I'm going to try and make it on this part of the show till 11. So I'm not going to keep all of you up all the way till midnight. You're going to have to do the last hour yourselves, unless you're on Patreon, in which case you can come to the after party. So I'm playing here till 11 Eastern, and then I'm going to move over to Zoom, and patrons can join me on the Zoom. And I'm going to do a little ritual at this after party. I'll also play some requests. I always do an all request after party for patrons. So I'll play a couple more songs, but then I'm also going to do a little ritual that I sort of cobbled together from some other rituals. So we're going to do kind of a envisioning 2022 ritual together. If that sounds cheesy and gross, it won't be. So don't worry about it. You should just come. I think it'll be fun. Okay, where are we? Let me switch guitars again here and play some more songs. Why not? Like it's my job. One thing about this skirt, this giant crinoline that I'm wearing, hold on, I'll show you again, is that it's so big that it's actually kind of like a fire hazard in this small room full of musical equipment. So, fun fact, I was not wearing bottoms when I got into this chair, got over to this part of the room. I left the skirt in a pile right here behind my chair, and I took my pants off I'm wearing underwear. I took my pants off over there, and then I walked through all the chords and guitars to this side of the room, put the skirt on, started the live stream. So, now you're in the know, okay? Sometimes that's showbiz for you, all right? It's like when Olivia Newton-John had to get sewn into those pants for the finale of Grease. You're the one that I want, whoop, 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 honey. She sang that in pants that were sewn onto her body. So that's 2 fun facts for the night. I'm just going through these in kind of random order, but it's fun, so let's go with it. This song is called That Boy. That boy wears his clothes too tight, goes out drinking every night, comes home singing and picking fights. That's a sight to see. That boy, well, he's always broke, makes a crack, then he laughs at his joke. Looks like hell, he smells like smoke. But that don't bother me, 'cause he's wild, he's reckless, got out on his sleeve about the size of Texas, till it buys and it's unexpected. But just for old time's sake, I wanna make one last mistake. I wanna make one last mistake. That boy got a filthy mouth, somebody's mama ought to wash it out. He got a kiss like summer in the dirty South, and I don't mind at all, 'cause that boy's going to my head. Whatever I ought to be doing instead, gonna spend all day in his unmade bed. Boy, we'll have a ball, 'cause he's wild, he's reckless, got out on his sleeve about the size of Texas, until it buys and it's unexpected. But just for old time's sake, I wanna make one last mistake. kind of girl. Honey, I was a real live wire, and I thought that I had done and grown, but there ain't no outrunning all of that damn desire. But that boy, na na na, oh, na 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 na, that boy, na na na, oh, na 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 na, that boy, yeah, yeah, that boy, na na na, oh, na 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 na. Fun fact about that song. I'm enjoying trying to come up with fun facts about these songs that I haven't already told you guys on a different live stream. Fun fact about that song that I don't think I've told you before is that part of the inspiration was the song Rich Girl by Hall & Oates. She's a rich girl and I don't you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man, honey. You can rely on the old man, money is a bitch girl. Such a banger. And I just was like, I came up with that guitar part and I was like, ooh, let's try and write a song like Rich Girl. That boy. It's almost Rich Girl, but not quite. And that's how songwriting works. Now you know. Gosh. Okay, yes. Ooh, there's new patrons. Hello, Kate, Todd, and Guy. Hello. See you at the after party. Can't wait to ring in the new year with ya. I don't know where you are in the world. Maybe it won't be your new year, but it'll be mine. And again, 22 is my lucky number, so it's going to make us all luckier, I think, to do it together. Let's see here. Okay, how about this one? Oh, I know what I want to do before I play this song, and that is draw another people who got me through 2021. The people who got me through 2021 bag. Feel free to add your own in the comments. I want to know who your people are. I don't read the comments during the show, but I do read them after the show because it's fun. Elijah and Mackenzie. Aw. This is really actually nice to do. Okay. Elijah is my little brother. And speaking of sweet children, he's always been the sweetest person that I know. And he still is just incredibly sweet. And we've always been very close, and he was part of my pod for a lot of the pandemic. He was also one of the first people I knew. Him and Mackenzie, his partner, were two of the first people I knew who, very early in the pandemic, as it started to feel like the world was ending, they reacted not just by freaking out and trying to stay in their houses to keep themselves safe, but by saying, what's about to happen in our community, and can we be helpful in some way? So they're part of an organization called PSL, or the Philly Liberation Center is the Philadelphia branch of this organization. And they immediately sprung into action early in the pandemic and found a way to deliver groceries to people all around the city who were at risk or who had lost their jobs and had families, or kids who used to get food at school, free lunches, and now we're no longer getting food at school. So this organization, Philly Liberation Center, sprung into action, and they, within like 1 week after COVID shut everything down, they had this network of people delivering food all over the city. So all that is to say that Elijah and Mackenzie are people that I'm very inspired by. I'm inspired by their generosity and their caring about people who they don't know and who aren't in their families. And I aspire to be more like them. Okay, David says, my kids, Joanna and Elliot, got me through 2021. Lots of time with them that I might have missed in another time. Amen. And that is, again, one of the silver linings of this crazy shit show that has been this pandemic. Music, Janice and Jerry Jeff Walker. Nice. And Merle. I'm assuming that's Merle Haggard. Thank you, Nancy. I love that. There's some musicians in my bag, too. Well, hopefully I'll draw them later, and we'll talk about that a little more. But I'm so glad I could be part of the positive side of this last year for anybody. New Orleans is crazy. There's nothing she won't do. And if you hang around with her, she'll make you do it too. From the mouth of the Mississippi to the banks of Pontchartrain, black and greasy be thy heart, hallowed be thy name, hallowed be thy name. And ain't she just the sweetest thing you've seen? So long, New Orleans, so long, New Orleans. There ain't nowhere better, there ain't nowhere worse. When you think she's blessing you, you're bound to get her curse. She'll feed you at a table, she'll show you to her room, but are you rocking in her cradle or rotting in her tomb? Rotting in her tomb. And ain't she just the sweetest thing you've seen? So long, New Orleans, so long, New Orleans. New Orleans is tragic, there's nothing she won't lose. If she ain't taking water, she's giving us the blues. From the mouth of the Mississippi to the banks of Pontchartrain, black and greasy be thy heart, hallowed be thy name, hallowed be thy name. That song is called "So Long, New Orleans," and it is a song where I'm saying goodbye to New Orleans. I lived there with John for about 7.5 years, and I moved into this house that I'm at right now, Joe's house, right at the beginning of the pandemic, sort of by accident. I moved here not intending to actually move to the Philadelphia area, and then the pandemic kind of unfolded the way that it did. And the last time I was in New Orleans was now a long time ago. It was July of 2020. I drove back down there to get my stuff and my husband and my dogs, and we all moved up here. Now we live in New Jersey, of all places. But I'm very, very fond of New Orleans, as you can probably tell in that song, although the relationship is complicated. And anyone who has lived there probably can relate to that. Anyone who's lived anywhere probably can relate to that, I guess. Ooh, a secret lover. Nice, Betsy. Cheers. All right. Oh, we have a lot of sweet, loving husbands out there. I love to hear it. Husbands get a bad rap. Oh, Sean, thank you. Sean says my creativity workshop got them through a lot of last year, including getting your art show up. Love that. Congratulations. And thank you for sharing it with me. And I'm glad you brought that up, Sean, because we did an exercise. So I led a creativity workshop about 1 year ago for patrons on Patreon. And it was kind of a little experiment, just like I've always wanted to lead or at least talk about creativity in some format. So I was trying out some different ideas. And one of the exercises that we did in that creativity workshop was about what kind of world we're creating. And that is the exercise that we're going to do later tonight to ring in the new year. I like doing that exercise every once in a while just to try and remind myself of what my mission is out here. What kind of world am I trying to create? So I think it's a good little thing to do right at the beginning of a new year. So join us if you want, become a patron, and in a couple of hours we'll move over to Zoom and we'll do that. All right, let's see here. All right, Aunt Sarah, baked goods and you. Amen to that. I'm going to second that as well. Betsy says, Facebook concerts got her through 2021. You found me singing the John Prine tribute and heard me and met me in person in Nashville. Cool. Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, Betsy, because I wanted to ask. So we just finished somehow between the first wave of vaccinations and Omicron, the new wave of COVID, which is quite a lot of COVID. We managed to do a bunch of live shows. We played about 40 shows this year. Between June and mid-December, we played 40 shows. And the last two shows were like December 14th and 15th and 16th in New York and Philly, or Sellersville, Pennsylvania. And it seems now like we shouldn't have done them because of Omicron, but it was like right on the cusp of feeling like we should cancel, so we didn't cancel. I'm glad we were able to do those Cheerpocalypse shows. What I wanted to say was we played 40 shows all over this country, the United States. Didn't leave the country yet, sadly. Try to get out there as soon as I can everywhere else. And I want to know who was there and where you saw me and us, and if you liked it, because it was really nice to be able to see you guys in person. Even though it was like a brief window that like opened and shut again, it feels like now. But hopefully we'll open again before we go back on tour in February. Gosh, everything is just so hard to predict, isn't it? Has it always been like this, or is it worse? I feel like it's a little worse. All right, with that, let's do a little... Ooh, we only have $80 to go before I reveal another song. All right, I'm going to sing this song, and hopefully at the end we will have made $80, and I'll play you another one from the new record. This is a little bit of a more lighthearted tune, in case your heart is starting to feel heavy. Took a good long drive down the NJ Pike, thinking why you gotta be the type of boy I like, and why you act so dumb, all the books you read. You got a body like that, but you're living in your head. Make a quick pit stop at the Molly pitcher. You say you got a girl, but I don't see you with you. You say you want a drink, but I want something stiffer. You say I oughta keep it clean, I ain't a Swiffer. Well, I like your shirt, I like your jacket, I like to think about you when I whack it. It doesn't hurt, ain't nothing to it. Call me when you had enough of thinking, honey, let's do it. Yeah, I wanna do it to you. When we met last week in the elevator, said I gotta pee the meter, but I'm gonna see you later. In the bar you were chewing on a Swizzle stick. I said you look so good, you're about to make me sick. We tried to take a walk, but it was too much. You only wanna talk, you know I'm gonna wanna touch. We tried to have a chat, but it was too scary. You're just a Democrat, I'm a revolutionary. Well, I like your shirt, I like your jacket, I like to think about you when I whack it. It doesn't hurt, ain't nothing to it. Call me when you had enough of thinking, honey, let's. Yeah, I like your shirt, I like your jacket, I like to think about you when I like your shirt, I like your jacket, I like to think about you when I like your shirt, I like your jacket. Woo! Kind of fun to play all these songs by myself. I don't do it that much. It's a whole different ballgame out here. Joe and Pat, have fun wherever you are at your own New Year's gigs. Fine, I don't need you. Ooh, a little bird just told me that we've made our goal. But there it is. We made our goal. Hey, Happy New Year. Wow, you guys, we made our goal in like an hour and 15 minutes. That was not what I expected. And I'm just really happy about that. Gosh, thank you. Thank you very much. Excuse me. That's exciting. I can afford now to mix the album. And I'm going to play one more song. Ooh, and then I'm going to announce our stretch goal. But first, let's see what's in here. Songs from Body of Work. We just recorded these in Texas. They're going to come out pretty soon. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Fishing With You! I was hoping that would be the next one because somebody mentioned it. So Fishing With You is the song that I wrote for John Prine right after he passed, right at the beginning of COVID. Whew. Okay. I'm excited because although this is a sad song, it's a song that people like a lot, and I really like singing it because it's so fun to connect with other people about how much we all love John Prine. It's just like, it feels good. I didn't know how many other John Prine fans were out there until this song happened, until he passed, and there was like this outpouring of grief. Anyway, I'm going to play that, and the reason I'm excited that it's on the new album is because it isn't on an album yet, and people often want to take it home with them in some kind of hard copy form. So it's on Spotify, but that just doesn't satisfy the need, and I get that. All right, so this one is for John Prine, and for all of us who loved him. Hey John Prine, thanks for the tunes, they were sweet as peaches. Crazy as loons, you were telling us how to be good to each other. A smart-ass, smiling, aimless lover, but it's rough down here since we got the news. Might take a miracle to kill these blues. Everybody been crying like a little girl in the whole wide, big old goofy world. And tonight, heaven is a happier place. They were all sick of singing Amazing Grace. Now it's fish and whistle, lean on me. Everybody's singing in harmony. Tonight in heaven it must be nice. They're all eating peaches in paradise. All of them angels lined up in a queue just to go fishing with you. Just to go fishing with you. Hey John Prine, one more thing, you're the one who made us all wanna sing. You made it look so easy and sound so fun. We'll sing a little sweeter now that you're all done. Please tell Petty we've been breaking down since Merlin, Bowie, and Leonard and Prince. You got a pretty good band up there, I guess, and we all wish you all the best. Tonight, heaven is a happier place. They were all sick of singing Amazing Grace. Now it's fish and whistle, lean on me. Everybody's singing in harmony. Tonight in heaven it must be nice. They're all eating peaches in paradise. All of them angels lined up in a queue just to go fishing with you. Just to go fishing with you. Just to go fishing with Jesus and Petty and you. Yep. Gosh. That made me want to play another John Prine song if I can remember it. I've played the song, what's it called? Fish and Whistle and Fish. I forget which one it's actually is the title. But I played that song on these streams before, and that is my favorite John Prine song. That's one reason it's in there. But there's so many wonderful ones, and I think about them all the time. He had so many lyrics that were so heartwarming while also being funny, and to me that is the gold standard of lyric writing. If you can write a lyric that succinctly says something about emotion and also is funny at the same time, woo, you win, as far as I'm concerned. She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol, and I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. Well, she pressed her chest against me about the time the jukebox broke, gave me a peck on the back of the neck, and these are the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away your papers, move to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches. You'll find Jesus on your own, on your own. I love that song. Eat a lot of peaches. Okay, there's a lot of John Prine songs that made it into that last song about John Prine, and I do, in fact, like them all. Newsflash. Okay, I guess you should make another ticker tape. Carsey likes John Prine. Whoa, breaking news. Okay, moving on, guys. Wow, so we already reached our goal. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to say. So $2,500 is the cost to mix the album, and the new goal, we want to do a stretch goal. I wasn't sure we were going to make $2,500, so I didn't want to make it the first goal, but to mix and master the album would be $3,500, thereabouts, depending how many songs we end up with actually keeping. We're going to call it $3,500 to mix and master the album. So $3,500 is now our stretch goal, and we have an hour and a half left, a little more than that, and every $500 we make, we're just going to keep going, and I'll keep revealing songs. How about that? Does that sound fun? I think that sounds fun. $3,500, if we make that, wow, that's like a huge chunk of the album budget. Whoop! Covered. Thank you guys so much. I feel great. I'm so excited. Ooh, John Hartford wants a Dan Reeder song. Funny thing about that, John Hartford, are you not named after another great songwriter? Am I confusing his name? Isn't there a guy named John Hartford who wrote the song Gentle on My Mind? Somebody Google that for me. Okay, I'm going to Google it because I actually want to know. John Hartford. Somebody remind me. I shouldn't really Google while I'm doing this. Okay, yeah. Yep, that was his name. But did he write Gentle on My Mind? I'm not going to look that up right now because it's too hard to Google and do a live stream at the same time. Okay, anyway. John Hartford, for you, I will play a Dan Reeder song. And I'm glad you brought it up because somewhere in here, the people who got me through 2021 is Dan Reeder. So I'm going to jump the gun and just play a little bit of Dan Reeder for you. You guys know what I'm going to play. This is my favorite song ever. Like, literally might be my favorite song of all time. He did. I remembered correctly. John Hartford wrote Gentle on My Mind. Born a worm, spins a cocoon, goes to sleep, wakes up a butterfly. Well, what the fuck is that about? What the fuck is that about? Sing it at home with me. Born a worm, spins a cocoon, goes to sleep, wakes up a butterfly. Well, what the fuck is that about? What the fuck is that about? What the fuck is that about? That's a New Year's song for you if I ever heard one. Woo! Way to ring in the New Year. Thank you, Dan Reeder. Talk about a funny song that gets to the heart of the matter. I also love that he wrote the lyrics to that song. Born a worm, spins a cocoon, goes to sleep, wakes up a butterfly. What the fuck is that about? He wrote that and he was like, that's it. I just said it. I don't have to add anything to that. I've said it exactly how it needed to be said. And he was right. And that's another of my wishes for 2022 is that we all stay focused on what really matters, asking the real questions such as, what the fuck is that about? How is it that butterflies start out as caterpillars, they then go into a cocoon and liquefy their own organs so that they can be reborn as an entirely new creature that for some reason flies and is pretty. We don't know. No one knows why. No one knows what the fuck it's about. So thanks, Dan Reader. All right. Moving along, Blanton. I have this whole set list. I guess I'm just going to keep playing stuff from it. Oh, I know what it is. I want to play the song Shit List, because now that I've started cussing, I don't want to go backwards, can't go backwards. So this is a song with a fair bit of cussing in it, but it's warranted because it's a song that I wrote for Nazis. So if you're watching at home and you want to participate, there's a good part about halfway through where you're going to go, that ain't the way we do it. And I would love to think that we're all at our separate New Year's pods yelling in our houses, that ain't the way we do it. It's going to be like, so you want a white nation, that ain't the way we do it. Mass deportation, that ain't the way we do it. Keep the white men rich and keep the women in the kitchen, that ain't the way we do it. It's going to be 4 times. I'm going to just trust that you've got it, because I think you do. So here's a song for Nazis. You come in at the top of my shit list, even though you look a little punk rock. You talk real loud, but you're totally witless. You think we had enough of hearing you talk, so your life ain't the dream that you thought it would be. So you cry and you scream like a cat in a tree. You want a medal just for being a white boy. That ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. You got away with that shit before. That ain't the way we're gonna do it no more. No! I wish you'd never come out of that foxhole. Thought we were rid of you back in 45. Your baby Jesus won't save your soul. You said you better leave your neighbor alive, so your life ain't a dream that you think you deserve. And the kids on the street really get on your nerves. You want a medal just for being a white boy. That ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. You got away with that shit before. That ain't the way we're gonna do it no more. No. Get ready, this is your part. So you want a white nation. That ain't the way we do it. Mass deportation. Keep the white man rich and keep the women in the kitchen. No, that ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. You got away with that shit before. That ain't the way we're gonna do it no more. That ain't the way we're gonna do it no more. No. Will you say we should go back where we came from? I'm thinking maybe that you should as well. Put your money where your mealy little mouth is and go straight back to hell. Yeah. Whew. That's right. Thank you, Melissa. Melissa's got a lot of great ideas, gotta say. I'm glad you brought up the shit list video, because it's the shit list video and the jacket video. Those are my 2 favorite videos that I've ever made for opposite reasons. Shit list was really fun to make because I got to edit together a whole lot of footage of various Nazis getting punched in public with footage of cheerleaders. Because this song just makes me feel like we have a cheerleading gang that is also Antifa. That's really my place in the world, I feel like, is to be head cheerleader for Antifa. So that's what the song's for. Guys, this is really fun. I'm having fun just with you, all by myself. No bandmates in here. I haven't done this in a long time, a solo live stream. I did one for my birthday in July of 2020, back when I was in because I was in New Orleans. It's when I went back to New Orleans to pick up my stuff. That was the last time. And since then, I've had the guys with me. The other day when I posted about this live stream, maybe because, oh shoot, we raised another bunch of money. Cool. Yes. All right. In a second, we will draw another song from Body of Work. Thank you guys. This is going so well. Wow. It's going to be a great year. I posted about how this was going to be solo, and somebody posted, Joe's not in the band anymore. I'm so sad. And oh my gosh, I read it and I had like I had like a heart palpitation. I was like, what? Joe left the band? Nobody told me? So Joe did not leave the band, and neither did Pat. They are both playing extremely lucrative New Year's parties. New Year's Eve is a big night for musicians. You often can make like 5 times as much as your normal pay rate because there's a lot of private parties and stuff like that. So it's hard to book a musician for New Year's Eve if it's not COVID. So last New Year's, no problem, get all the musicians you want. This New Year's, you're going to have to come up with extra money. And also book them way in advance, which I didn't do because I'm just not that smart, I guess, in that way. I'm not that organized, let's say it that way. Okay, we raised $3,000 plus $70. We only have another $500 to go. What should we do if we hit that goal? I feel like then we have to go double time. For every $500 after $3,500, I'm going to tell you 2 songs on the new album. I just made that up right now. Okay, so songs that we recorded for the new album, Body of Work, the semi-acoustic project, the reinterpretation project, the Orphans and Bastards project. Look a Fool. This is a fun one because this is one I've never released and I really have rarely played even. Let's even see if I know how to play it, should we? So this song I wrote a while ago, like maybe before the So Ferocious album. I've tried to record it 2 other times and it keeps being orphaned on various albums. So this time we recorded it extra special for this album. Nobody likes to look a fool. Everybody's got some face to save. Everybody tries to play it cool, even when we know we're getting played. But if you think you're gonna cry to me, you better stop before you even start. Did you think you were the only one who ever had a broken heart? I was a sentimental kid, and pretty soon I paid the price. Nobody hurt me like he did, still I let him fool me twice. So if you think you got a lousy shake, you should have heard me crying in the dark. Did you think you were the only one who ever had a broken heart? Well, I don't care who you think that you are, you're gonna learn somehow. How about now? Sooner or later, everybody got a devil to pay. Something like that. I don't mean to be so curt. I ain't trying to be mean. I didn't say it didn't hurt, just that it ain't the worst I've seen. So you can go ahead and cry it out. Just try to keep the horse before the cart. Did you think you were the only one who ever had a broken heart? Did you think you were the only one who ever had a broken heart? Almost. I almost know how to play it. That's Look a Fool. Nobody likes to look a fool. That was one in the catalog, which actually has quite a few songs in it. Me trying to write a song like Nick Lowe, one of my favorite songwriters. I've tried to do that a lot of times, and to varying degrees of success, but I'm not going to quit trying. Oh, we got new patrons, Andrea, Lori Jo, and Hal. Great. Welcome. Thank you so much. This is lovely. So in an hour and a half at 11 my time on the Eastern Seaboard, we're going to close down this party and we're going to go open up the after party, which is on Zoom. If you're a patron, a new patron or an old patron, there's a Zoom link in my most recent Patreon post. So you can click that link and I will see you at that party. It's going to start at like 10 after 11 Eastern Seaboard time. Eastern Standard Time, because I have to rig up my Zoom. I can't go straight there from here. I also might want to go pee and maybe get a drink. So I'll see you at 10 after 11 at that. That's lovely. Thank you. And that's what we're going to do our New Year's ritual, which talk about the world we're going to create. Thank you guys. This is so fun. Okay, I'm going to draw another couple people who got me through 2021. The mystery bag. We have YouTube people trying to react to Facebook people's comments. That makes sense. I love it. Okay, Josette. I don't know if Josette is watching. Josette is my, I guess, assistant would be the way to say it. That sounds so, like, posh. Josette was my friend in New Orleans who started doing my mailing because I mentioned not being organized. I'm one of my least... One of the things I'm least good at in the world is going to the post office. So if I ever told you I was going to mail you something, whether you're like an insurance agent or my mother or anyone or someone who bought a CD, if I say, yes, I will mail it to you, that usually means like in 6 to 8 weeks, I will actually get it in the mail to you. So I'm not good at it. So I decided to hire somebody to help me do my mailing like 6 years ago or something because I kept messing up and not getting stuff out to people. So Josette started doing my mailing, and then slowly over the years, she started doing more and more stuff, and now she does a lot of the little picky organizing things that you need spreadsheets for that are needed here at Carsey Blanton Industries. She's really good at it, and she's really lovely, and she's very easy to work with and easy to talk to. So Josette helped me a lot in the pandemic by handling a lot of the stuff that I felt like if I had to do it, I would go insane. So I already was going a little bit insane. We didn't need to add to that by making me go to the post office in the pandemic. So she did that for me, and I really, really, really appreciate it, and it helped me a lot. Finally, she also answers some of my emails. So some of you might have met Josette on the internet, because answering emails is another thing that takes me 6 to 8 weeks at times. Okay, Judy Sill. This is not a person I know because she died before I was born, but she made a wonderful record, which I believe is self-titled, and I've been listening to it multiple times a week for the entire year of 2021. Trying to remember the main song. Oh, right. Jesus Was a Cross Maker. That's the Judy Sill song you should look up if you're not familiar with Judy Sill. She was like a weird, eccentric character running around Greenwich Village. She knew Joni Mitchell and Bob Dylan and everyone, but she was sort of like a little too eccentric even for them, if you can imagine that. But such an incredible songwriter and musician and guitar player and composer, and it's a really great album. Okay. Woo! Moving on. Oh, I know what I want to play. I don't know how we've gotten this far into this stream without playing Party at the End of the World. Because obvious New Year's song right now. That's literally what we're doing right now. We're having a party at the end of the world. We keep having it over and over again, and the world just keeps ending. On which note, I don't know if anyone's watched Don't Look Up. It's a movie on Netflix. It got mixed reviews, but my personal review is it was awesome and hilarious. So I think if you already feel like the world's ending, it's probably really funny, and if you don't feel that way, it probably seems very cynical. I thought it was hilarious. All right. It's hard to tell, but here's a story. We're going out in a blaze of glory. It's too late now to fix this mess. So honey, put on that party dress. Oh, there's a party at the end of the world. Let's go to a party at the end of the world. We'll dance with a beautiful girl. It's our last chance. Party at the end of the world. There's a party at the end. I usually don't have those load notes to do that part. We can dance and we can kiss and toast to all the things the hard part with no Pat and no Joe. We got no soloists in this band. Yeah, guys, I'm really glad people like that song. And I'm glad somebody mentioned the Tom Petty line. If you guys are on Patreon, you probably know this already because this is something I talk about a lot. I have a weird relationship with the idea of intellectual property in music. It's not that I don't think it exists. Like, I do believe that I wrote my songs and I would like to be paid. If somebody's making a lot of money off my songs, I would like to make some of that money. I think that's fair. But I think that in America especially, we're very fond of the idea that all of the things that get invented are invented by like solitary geniuses. And that's just not the case with almost anything, but especially with music. Music is just a long lineage that goes all the way back in human history of people hearing something they liked and trying to imitate it. And because that's what musicians do, we often do imitate each other. So that song, I was trying to write it like a Tom Petty song, and because of that, I wanted to mention Tom Petty. So that's why it has a line in it that says, "Honey, put on that party dress." I don't like the idea that you're supposed to pretend like all of your songs were totally your own idea and not based on anyone else's songs. I think that's silly. Anyone who pretends that is lying. They're pretending that we all know where our ideas come from. They come partly from other musicians and partly from the magic muse universe. But very little of our ideas actually come from like the workings of our own mind, and we worked really hard and came up with a new idea. No, it's all luck and stealing. Those are the two ways that you come up with ideas in music. Anyway, and as I mentioned, 2022 is my lucky year, so we should come up with some nice stuff. Okay. My mom also liked Don't Look Up. She says we're all in the middle of that movie and nobody knows how it's going to turn out. Ain't it the truth? Gosh, I just have this list of songs. What am I going to play now? How about one? Okay, I know. One that I don't often play. With this acoustic guitar right here. Another couple $100 and I'll release another song from the new album. And then henceforth and forthwith, if we make another $500, then I'll do 2 songs at a time. Tell you about the new album. I'll play them both concurrently. Just kidding. This song is called Idiot Heart from the album of the same name, which is a few years old, and I just wrote it down because I remembered it and I like it. I don't want to be alone in this bed. Won't you give me something I could take apart? I don't want to listen to the yelling in my head or the crying in my idiot heart. Idiot heart, I should have left you at home. You give me nothing but hard luck, bad luck. When you gonna leave me alone? He was a dark-eyed man and I knew right away it was gonna take a turn for the worst. So I said, hey heart, if you're gonna go crazy, give a little warning first. Idiot heart, I should've left you at home. You give me nothing but hard luck, bad luck. When you gonna leave me alone? Ooh, you're an idiot, a lunatic, a nitwit, and you make a fool out of me. Oh, you're a sad sack, subtle as a heart attack. Hey heart, when you gonna let me be? heart until your heart finally stops. Idiot heart, I should've left you at home. You give me nothing but hard luck, bad luck. When you gonna leave me alone? Idiot heart, I guess I really should've known. You give me nothing but hard luck, bad luck. When you gonna leave me alone? You give me nothing but hard luck, bad luck. When you gonna leave me alone? Nothing but hard luck, bad luck. Hey heart, leave me alone. Woo! Idiot Heart, folks. That song has got to be 10 years old now. I think, at least. Could be more than that. It's hard to tell these days with time telescoping in all directions. But I liked it then, and I still like it now. And that's a fun thing about making stuff for a long time. Sometimes it comes back around. All right. I bet we have a little more than that now. I bet John's being cheeky. And yet, onward. All right, let's see. Okay, 3365. There we go. So we're getting close to our stretch goal, and then it's like, done, mixed and mastered, boom. Made a whole album, mixed and mastered it, just like that. Wow, you guys. All right, speaking of songs that have come back around, this song, I want to do one now called To Be Known. If I remember how it goes, which I think I might. This is from the So Ferocious record. All the melancholy on the wind, low as a prayer spoken. You feel it blowing through you, everywhere your heart is broken. Haunts you like a shadow when you're walking through the city on your own. All the ghosts who holler in the night, they try to make you lonely. If in desperation someone says that you're the only one they want, you go to sleep beside them, but you wake up all alone. And isn't it all you ever wanted to be known? Remember when you thought somebody else was waiting for you, and all your emptiness would end if only they'd adore you. How you had a child's way of dreaming, don't you miss it now you've grown? Isn't it all you've ever wanted to be known? All the melancholy on the wind, you feel it shuffle through you. How it breaks you open till you're singing hallelujah. Never know the gravity of grace until it hits you like a stone. And isn't it all you've ever wanted to be known? That's to be known. Thanks, guys. All right, how about some more people who got me through 2021? Let's grab a couple. Okay, I have two here. Two people who got me through 2021. Oh, perfect! And they make a pair. Laura and Nat, I just drew. So Natalie Kleinschmidt is my manager, and Laura Supan is my booking agent. Nat started working with me exactly 2 years ago. It was in December of 2019. So right before the pandemic. She signed on to be my manager, to manage a career in live music. And then Laura signed on right after that, I think in January of 2020. So they both joined the Carsey Blanton team only mere weeks before all of the revenue sources that I was used to abruptly stopped. Maybe you've heard about this. It happened in a lot of businesses. The music business got a lot weirder, and it was already really weird. And so what is amazing about Nat is that she was not scared. She was like, okay, it's a new challenge, and we have to do the same thing that we would normally do, which is talk to each other about what we're doing this for. And Nat's very big on what for, which I really love about her. So she often asks me, what is the what for of this? Why are we doing this? Why is it important? Why is it part of your purpose? She always reconnects me with that idea. And then we sort of build the business around the point of doing the thing rather than the other way around. So I really love that about Nat. She keeps me focused on what's really important. And I also love that she just hasn't been scared. She was like, all right, it's a pandemic. Okay, we'll figure it out. And that is also true of Laura. So Laura is a booking agent, which means she only makes money when a live show happens. So she gets a commission for her artists that she books. So when there were no live shows for 18 months, she was really up Schitt's Creek. And yet she and the other people at Fleming Agency handled it with so much grace and so much compassion. Like they had these weekly Zoom meetings for all their artists where we would all just look at each other's faces and be like, what the fuck is that about? All the live shows are gone. My shows are canceled. I don't have any money. What do I do? And they did stuff like connecting people to grants and talking about how to get different government money since the money was gone, and hooking us up with live streams that would pay and stuff like that. So Fleming has been amazing, and Laura in particular has been amazing. She's so committed and so hardworking as a booking agent. So Laura and Nat are like the dream team, and I really think I might have had an even worse nervous breakdown in this pandemic if they had not been there. If it weren't for Laura and Nat and Josette and my therapist Donna. Those are like the people that have made this whole thing possible. Anyway, that was a long rant, but it was important. So Nat, I really love you, and I really appreciate all your hard work. And same to you, Laura, if you're out there watching. Thank you, guys. Okay. Where are we? We're $50 away from another goal. Interesting. Very interesting. And what's crazy about that is that's our stretch goal. So once we do that, I don't even have to tell you guys about money anymore. If you want to keep donating, then fucking awesome. And I'll just play you some more songs. And I'll play you some more songs right now, too. Oh, I know a fun one. Philip has a good story about seeing me in the round at Steve's Live Music, which was outside of Atlanta. She really hooked me with Chicken. Ooh, I wonder if I know how to play that song. I'm going to try it for you, Philip. No? Loving you like kissing a chicken, baby, it's a one-way street. Kissing you's like licking a lemon, you're so sour, it's sweet. You got a heart like a wild cat. If you love me, I really don't know. But I got a heart like a steel trap, never gonna let you go. Oh, how happy we'll be when you finally fall for me. That's Chicken for Philip. Forgot about that song. Thank you. This is fun, doing a 3-hour stream all by myself. I really have to pull out a lot of the oldies. Okay. Oh, Nat. Goodness gracious, you're gonna make me cry. I do have the best fans. Holy crap. They're in there too, but I don't know if we'll you guys are all in the people that got me through 2021 bag. Literally, it's written down. So that's definitely true. There's no record label. The whole thing operates like by the sheer force of will of there being people out there that actually want to hear my songs. So you guys are the what for. You're the reason that there's enough money to have me not have to have a job and have this team of incredible women that are doing the business side, which I'm not organized enough to be able to do, and also so that the guys in the band get paid enough. So thank you. That is my point. Speaking of people behind the scenes, John has just notified me that we have made the stretch goal. Holy crap. Give yourselves a hand. Also, I know I said this at the beginning, but you might not have had this tuned in yet. Give yourself a hand for making it through these last 2 years. Just go ahead. Pat yourself on the back. You're alive somehow. Not only did you not die of COVID, but you didn't die of just general mayhem. There's a lot of that going on as well. So I'm proud of us. We're still here. Lots of people have harder lives, but you know what? It still sucks sometimes. It sucks for all of us. I'm a freaking musician. My whole job is to play music. I have the best fucking job ever, and I have had a really tough couple of years. So, like, give yourselves a break. Clap, pat on the back, take a shot, whatever it is that you do. Okay, wow. So, we made the stretch goal, which means I'm going to draw another song from this baggie right here. I'm going to draw 2. I'm going to start the new thing where I draw 2 every time we make 500. I'm just jumping the gun. It's 2022, you know, it's crazy out here. Okay, cool. I drew 2. I'm going to start with this one, which is called Wolf, which is one of the ones I may or may not know how to play, but let's try it. I think I do. I did practice it a little before this show. So, this is a as yet unreleased song, and I wrote it around 10 years ago. And maybe TMI, but this is about addiction and people who struggle with addiction. I built a house of sticks and stones, steady as a metronome. I said there was nobody home, but he came in. He huffed and puffed and blew it down again. I built a house of mud and brick. The roof was tall, the walls were thick. My brothers went to market, but I had to stay. He huffed and puffed and blew it all away. Please believe me, I'm no fool, at least not as a rule. I've a quick and clever mind. He always wears the same disguise, but when I look into his eyes, I believe him every time. And I hide my head when they return. They say, when you ever gonna learn? We told you that you had to keep a strong defense. He huffs and puffs, and you lose all your sense. Please believe me, I'm no fool, at least not as a rule. I've a quick and clever mind. He always wears the same disguise, but when I look into his eyes, I believe him every time. Every time. I built a house of sticks and stones, steady as a metronome. I said there was nobody home, but he came in. He huffed and puffed, but who's afraid of him? He huffed and puffed and blew it down again. That's Wolf. That one will be on the new record, Body of Work, coming out sometime. Okay. Ooh, that was a heavy one, and the other one I drew is also a heavy one, so I'm going to trade it in. You know what? It's my party, so I'm going to trade it in for a less heavy one, I think. We'll find out. Yeah, great. That was a better choice. Let's see if I know how to play this one. This is all of the unreleased ones that I don't do at shows, so it's a good guitar playing exercise for me. So this is a brand new fresh song, and it is on Patreon for those of you who are on Patreon, but otherwise you probably haven't heard it. I wrote it for my friend Eva. I don't know if she's out there. This is called Right in the Middle of It. I remember when it all went wrong. Bad day and the nights were long. You were looking for the light of dawn, but you were right in the middle of it. Good Lord, honey, heaven's sake, are you never gonna catch a break? Taking everything that you can't take, but you're right in the middle of it. When it don't work out, well, you know who to run to. When it all goes south, honey, I'm going south too. I'll be knocking at your front door, 'cause that's what a friend's for. Ooh, ooh, when you're right in the middle of it. Ooh, ooh, when you're right in the middle of it. Never one for the easy route. Pretty girl from the dirty south with a big heart and a big mouth. You were right in the middle of it. I remember the night we met, walking down Carondelet. You said you could sing me the alphabet. We were right in the middle of it. And when it don't work out, well, you know who to run to. When it all goes south, honey, I'm coming south too. I'll be knocking at your front door, 'cause that's what a friend's for. Ooh, ooh, when you're right in the middle of it. Ooh, ooh, when you're right in the middle of it. Ooh, ooh, when you're right in the middle of it. A little friendship song. Right in the middle of it. That one was inspired by early 90s pop country, which is a genre that a lot of people don't appreciate, but I was raised on it partially. My babysitter, Ringo, when I was a kid, watched a lot of CMT, so I have a lot of memories of laying on the carpet with Ringo's nieces and nephews watching just hours and hours of CMT, which is country music television for the uninitiated. So there's a lot of great songwriters from that world, although they write in a way that I think a lot of people find too sparkly and shiny, but I find it just very satisfying. Welcome, Rosemary and Lori. I'll see you at the after party pretty soon here in like an hour. Gosh, thank you guys so much. This is great. Moving on. I think I'm going to switch guitars again and do a couple of these songs from this list. How about Fat and Happy? That sounds fun. I just made a list of every possible song that I know how to play, since it's a 3-hour solo show. And it's not a proper set list because I didn't really put them in order, so now I'm just looking at it and deciding what I feel like. Because you know what? It's 2022. It's mayhem. Anything can happen. Fat and Happy. I think that annoyance is underrated as an inspiration. I write a lot when I'm just annoyed with people. So love and rage, I talk about rage a lot, but I don't often talk about just simple annoyance. So this is a song I wrote for someone who just really annoyed me. When I'm fat and happy and high on the hog, will you still be moaning like a three-legged dog? Will you still be lying like a bump on a log? When I'm fat and happy and high on the hog. Na 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 na. When I'm fat and happy and rich as a roo, will you know of anything better to do? Will you still be crying cause you haven't a clue why I'm fat and happy and rich as a roo? Well, I heard lately you were talking trash. I guess you wanted somebody to bash. I say you better try to make amends, cause your words may be bitter when you eat them again. When I'm fat and happy and hitting it big, will you still be whining like a suckling pig? Or will you be begging to get on the gig when I'm fat and happy and hitting it big? I guess you wanted somebody to bash. Well, I say you better go and drink your gin, cause your words may be bitter when you eat them again. When I'm fat and happy and famous as fuck, will you still be honking like a Canada duck? Or will you be crying cause you're shit out of luck? When I'm fat and happy and famous as fuck. Na 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 na. When I'm fat and happy, when I'm fat and happy, when I'm fat and happy and high on the hog. Wish I could do all the background vocals myself, but it doesn't really work that way. Wow, we just blew past both of those goals. Holy crap! Love you guys. Oh, I know what would be fun. I would like to do a song called Ain't No Sin. Before I do, I'm going to have to search through this bag really quick. This is against the rules, but you know what? Again, I make the rules, so I can break them. You know what? Why? Okay, there it is. Joe Plowman. Joe Plowman is one of my very best friends, and he's been one of my best friends for a freaking long time, like 12 years now. He was only 18 when I met him. We started playing together. I felt like I was very, very much his elder at the time, but I guess I would have been 23 or 24. We're not that far apart in age, but I think the difference between 24 and 18 seems huge, and then the difference between 30 and 36 seems not that big anymore. So we met, and I was like, who's this young kid with the flopsy blonde hair? And then he was just a great bass player. He's always been a great bass player. He's a very natural musician. He also went to a ton of school, but that happened after his sort of natural intuitive skills as a musician. But that's like kind of low on the list of things I love about Joe, if I'm honest. He is incredibly funny. He is a font of information. He's constantly gathering little bits of information, and he really loves for people to feel good and have fun around him. So he's constantly like in the van or in the kitchen during quarantine. He's constantly just like, what about this? How about this? Check this out. Did you know this fact about barnacles? Would you like some chocolate mousse that I made? He's just constantly like, he's a content creation machine, and he makes good content. And I just really love him. We love each other, and we have a really lovely and strong platonic friendship, despite the fact that we're both just aggressively straight people. So I'm very proud of us for that. Anyway, Joe co-wrote this song. That's where I was going with that. We've co-written a lot together, and I don't do a lot of co-writing, you may know, but Joe's easy to write with because we love hanging out, and we don't mind just like laying on the floor making up songs that are not supposed to be real songs. If anybody watched the Beatles documentary that just came out, Get Back, you'll notice that many songwriting teams mostly just generate bullshit joke songs, and then eventually, whoops, you accidentally wrote a real song. That's what happened with this one as well, with me and Joe. Well, my mama said that I ought to be committed, and my daddy said that I ought to go to church, and the preacher said that I ought to be repentant till the day they lay me down in the dirt. But when I go and I get to heaven, well, I know that I'm gonna get in, 'cause I'm just the way that the good Lord made me. And it might be crazy, but it ain't no sin. No, it ain't no sin. Well, maybe I lay with the wrong kind of lover, got an aching heart and a worrying mind, and I ain't obeyed my father and mother, but I tell the truth and I try to be kind. So when I go and I get to heaven, well, I know that I'm gonna get in, 'cause I'm just the way that the good Lord made me. Yeah, and I might be crazy, but it ain't no sin. It ain't no sin. Hallelujah. How sweet the sound. I was lost, and now I'm found. And when I go and I get to heaven, well, I know that I'm gonna get in, 'cause I'm just the way that the good Lord made me. Yeah, and it might be crazy, but it ain't no sin. I said it ain't no sin. It ain't no sin. No, it ain't no sin. That's right. That was fun. I had fun just now. It still works. The magic still works. All right, moving on, moving along. I think I will go with Vim and Vigor. Oh, cool. Wow, we might even, geez, holy mackerel. We might hit $4,000. That's awesome. If we do hit $4,000 here in this next 43 minutes, I will reveal 2 more songs from the new record, which is called Body of Work. We don't know when it's going to come out, but it is going to come out. And it shouldn't take too long because we already have the money to mix and master it, and we already recorded it. So what possibly could take so long? So this song is Vim and Vigor. You may know it. You may also know that I often like to dedicate it to Mae West. She's one of my many idols, and she's also one of the people that was really good at saying short, succinct pieces of brilliant writing that were also funny. Very good at that. One of my favorite Mae West, and I forget what movie it is, but she's in the backseat of a car with the guy, and he goes, "Miss West, have you forgotten that you're married?" And she goes, "No, but I'm trying my best." So she's great. And actually, a song for Betty White, Pat, that's a good point. I think this is also for Betty White. I think I got to roll a Betty White dedication into this song as well. I think she would have dug this one. All right. I know I got a dirty mind. It's in the gutter all the time. I don't believe that it's a crime. I consider it a service. This ain't 1954. It ain't a man's world anymore. So what you wanna tame me for? Do I make you nervous? I roll up, I've been and bigger, chomping at the bit with my finger on the trigger, pitching up it all lipstick and vinegar. Like, baby, do you dare me? Across a blue streak like a drunken doxy. I don't give a fuck if you find me foxy. I do what I like to, 'cause I got moxie. And you don't scare me. You don't scare me. No. Oh no. Yeah. I know I got a lot of nerve. I ought to get what I deserve. Half a dozen men to serve me. It stands to reason. A couple of them feed me sweets. A couple more to rub my feet. And one or two between my sheets. If I find it pleasing, I'll roll up, I'll bend it bigger, jumping at the bit with my finger on the trigger. I'm pitching a bit, all lipstick and vinegar. Like, baby, do you dare me? Cast a blue streak like a drunken doxy. I don't give a fuck if you find me foxy. I do what I like to, 'cause I got moxie. And you don't scare me. You don't scare me. Well, I wake up every morning with something to say. I got music to play. Lots of good loving all day. And you wake up every morning just hating on me. Ain't it easy to see who it feels better to be? Na 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 na. Oh, I rolled up, I've been and bigger. I'm chopping at the bit, got my finger on the trigger, just pitching a bit, all lipstick and vinegar. Like, baby, do you dare me? Cast a blue streak like a drunken doxy. Don't give a fuck if you find it foxy. I do what I like to, 'cause I got moxie. And you don't scare me. No, you don't scare me. You don't scare me. No. For Betty White. Good point. Okay, guys. Gosh, what a fun time. What kind of vocal mic am I using? Thank you for asking, Matt. This is an Ear Trumpet mic. Ear Trumpet is a company based in, I think, outside of Portland, Oregon. And they make all these beautiful steampunk-looking microphones, which also are really well made and work great. And Joe and I both have an ear trumpet. I recommend them. Let's see. Oh, I know what would be fun. So, Baby Can Dance, I'm going to do now. And a quick little primer. Baby Can Dance was my first hit. Of course, I haven't had any hits in the standard definition, but it was the first song that I wrote that people would request at every single show. And the reason that happened is that I made this really cool music video. I still think it's cool. I made a beautiful music video with a whole bunch of Lindy Hoppers in New Orleans. That was one of my first times going to New Orleans. And I knew this guy named Matt Paley, and he wanted to make a video in New Orleans. He was a video director. And I knew a ton of swing dancers because at the time I was super duper into swing dancing. So I knew a lot of swing dancers in New Orleans. We went down there for like 2 days and we shot all these dancers. We didn't shoot them with guns. We shot them with a camera. And we made a beautiful music video. And then I released it and it got like 1 million hits because the Lindy Hoppers like to watch each other dance. And then that song became a hit amongst Lindy Hoppers the world over. I keep saying Lindy Hopper like you guys know what it is. Lindy Hop is a type of swing dancing. And it's quite appreciated in many cities all over the world. So like I can go to Rome and play Baby Can Dance and they'll be like, you, Baby Can Dance, I know that song. So it's that kind of hit. Anyway, as people often do with hits, I sort of got mad at the song and I didn't want to play it anymore. And I took it off of Spotify and I gifted it to Chelsea Reed, who Joe's in another band called Chelsea Reed and the Fairweather Five. And they now do this song, Baby Can Dance. They just released a video and they'll release it on Spotify as well. So it'll be back. But meanwhile, I've decided that I am not mad at the song anymore and I can play it sometimes. For instance, now. He got a frame like a busted bike. He got a face that nobody likes to see. Nobody but me. He got a thing or two to learn about love. He act like he ain't never heard of romance. So why to give it a chance? My baby can dance. My baby can swing. My baby can shake me slow so I don't need no other thing. My baby can dance. My baby can sway. My baby can hold me tight enough to drive my cares away. My baby can, we go out to the joint downtown. I dress up and he dress down, but it don't matter one bit, no. 'Cause we got something better than class. Who needs love when love don't last that long? And all we need is a song. My baby can dance. My baby can groove. My baby can shut me up so I listen to the music and move. My baby can dance. My baby can sway. My baby can hold me tight enough to drive my cares away. My baby can boop 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 dee 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 dee. My baby can. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. My baby can dance. My baby can swing. My baby can shake me slow so I don't need no other thing. My baby can dance. My baby can hold me tight enough to drive my cares away. My baby can dance. Yeah. Baby can dance. Oh my goodness. Liner note. John, my baby, can dance and the song's not about him. That's true. That song predates John. He was just a twinkle in his father's eye when I wrote that song. Just kidding. He's older than me. But we hadn't met yet. Wow, we're really close to that next goal. I feel like this might be one more song and then we'll have a goal. And then I'll get to play 2 songs from the new album. Gosh. What a time. Ooh, I know. I'm going to go back in the stacks, I think, for this one. I think, is that right? I think this is from the same record that Baby Can Dance is on. The record is called Buoy, and this song is called Every Punch You Throw. And actually, this song's about loss, and big segue from Baby Can Dance to this. But the song's about loss. I wrote it about a breakup, but I do think of it often when there's any kind of like a thing coming to an end. So I feel like this is a good year-end song. Letting go of 2021, moving ahead into 2022. Eric, this is a 1965 ES330. Thank you for asking. The water comes in through the walls and trickles down the window pane and warps the wood and pulls your picture down. And as I try to dry it all, I watch the flowers catch the rain. They kiss it once and give it to the ground. There is nothing here to do but watch it go. Holding on has never even made it slow. Merciless and arbitrary, big and dumb, mean and scary, still it dodges every punch you throw. Let it go. Give me all your petty spite and watch me kick you when you're down. I'll change my reasons every time I turn. I've been looking for a fight and you've been fighting for a frown, and we will try but we may never learn to love the air that drops the dust, to love the rain that brings the rust, to love the reckless ruin of our plans. I like to think the world is just, and so I think the world is just. You know, I think the world is just grand. So may you find a kinder love, leave your reasons at the gate, and trust it like you can't recall what it was. And when again you give it up, may your heart so gently break, and may you come to love it when it does. There is nothing here to do but watch it go. Holding on has never even made it slow. It's merciless and arbitrary, big and dumb, mean and scary, still it dodges every punch you throw. Let it go. Amen to that. Okay. Hey, we did it again. We did it again. Wow. Oh, apparently we have a new stretch goal. Awesome. Okay, I gotta reveal 2 more songs from the Body of Work album. Very exciting. I kind of want to cheat again because I want to make sure that I mention that one of these songs is going to be on it. So here I am cheating at my own game that I invented, and no one even said that I had to do it this way, but I decided to, and now I'm breaking the rule. Okay, Smoke Alarm. There it is. I'm excited about this one because this is one that people often ask for an acoustic version of. And I think that's partly because it is the theme song on a podcast called Tangentially Speaking with Dr. Chris Ryan. And I think he used the acoustic version from Patreon on that podcast. And now people go to find it on Spotify and it's only the electric version and they're mad. Because you want to hear what you want to hear, and I get that. So I've been meaning to release an acoustic version of this song for a long time. And now I'm about to. And it's going to sound something like this. Actually, is this the right? Yeah. He said, baby, what's the big deal? Feel what you want to feel. Say what you want to say. You're gonna die one day. For example, I could kiss you just because I want to. And what's the difference if you turn away? I'm gonna die one day. Why do you waste your time thinking about your reputation? Trying to meet an expectation, wondering what they're gonna say. When everyone you've ever known is headed for a headstone. I don't wanna give the end away, but we're gonna die one day. Your body is an animal, it doesn't ask for much. A little music and a soft touch. Why don't you let it out to play? Your heart is in a bird cage, singing in your chest. You try to shut it up, but give it a rest. You're gonna die one day. Why do you waste your time? Think about an obligation, running from a confrontation, wondering what you ought to say. When everyone you've ever known is headed for a headstone. I don't want to give the end away, but we're gonna die one day. We're gonna die one day. We're gonna die one day. So baby, what's the big deal? If you wanna be free, say what you wanna feel. Spend the night with me. I'm gonna take you up in my arms, and if we must go down, we'll go singing to the smoke alarms. We'll dance into the ground. Improvised ending there. I didn't always have the politics that I have now, and I wasn't always as aware of things like climate change and the rise of fascism and capitalism and how it works, that now make me feel like the world is ending and not just my own life. But what's funny about that, and there is a joke at the end of this, is that I've always been writing about the same thing, which is mortality. It's just right there for all of us, no matter how old or healthy you are. There's only one way that this ends. And so it's interesting for me to go back and play songs like Smoke Alarm that remind me that I've kind of been interested in the same stuff as a writer the whole time, even though now I'm kind of like, the actual world is ending and not just your own personal world. Although it's not really. Mostly the world will probably go on. There will be cockroaches and stuff. They're not going anywhere. Okay, fun times. This is cool, and it looks like we might even hit this super stretch goal, which is amazing. That money will additionally will go into the record, as all the money ever does that I ever get my hands on. So thank you very much for being here and for celebrating New Year's Eve with me, little old tiny little me, Carsey Blanton. Ben wants to see me flip off the camera. Okay, good to know. I'll see if I can work that in before the end of this show. I'm going to draw two things. I'm going to draw one more people that got me through 2021, and then I'm going to draw one more song from the new record. Let's see what we got here. Mom. Aw. My mom is just a fabulous and fantastic person. I know everyone thinks that about their mom, but in my case it is true. My mom is a brilliant genius and has a huge heart, and she's the person that all of her children and all of her stepchildren and all of their partners and many of her friends go to when we have to make any kind of important life decision, because she is our moral compass. So I really love my mom, and I'm very glad that she's my mom instead of some other worse mom. So she got me through this year as well as all of the other years of my life so far. Thanks, Mom. And with that, let's see how we're doing with the songs. Songs from Body of Work, we have When Somebody's Gone. Wow, that was like magic just now. Okay, we're going to go there. So speaking of my mom, I think a lot of us have had really hard years. And for some of us, that has included loss, because just more people than usual have died this year. And two of the people that have died in this pandemic so far are both of my grandparents, my grandma and my grandpa, both my mom's parents. So she has had that kind of a hard pandemic where she's been having to manage affairs for her parents, and we also weren't able to see them at the end, which I know you've heard this story, not just from me, but out there in the world. It's a familiar story. We didn't get to go see my grandma. I hadn't seen her in about 2 years when she passed away, almost exactly a year ago, December 27th last year. So I wrote this song for us who are going through grief, and especially for my mom. You wake up in the early morning, pour yourself a cup of something sweet. Then you go out in the yard and see what's growing in the early summer heat. Somewhere a broken record's playing memories like half-forgotten songs. When somebody's gone, you stack up all the books and papers, photographs and stories that you know. Then you pack up all the boxes and you sweep the floor, and then it's time to go. Take all the things they saved and treasured, put them in a pile on the lawn. When somebody's gone, and they say your heart won't always hurt, but they don't say how long. Ain't it strange, the body turns to dirt while love goes on and on. When somebody's gone, when somebody's gone. something comes to serve as a reminder of all the things you could have said and done if you were just a little kinder. It's plain to see that kindness was the only thing that mattered all along. When somebody's gone, and they say your heart won't always hurt, but they don't say how long. Ain't it strange the body turns to dirt while love goes on and on? When somebody's gone, when somebody's gone, when somebody's gone, when somebody's gone. That's When Somebody's Gone. And that's one of the songs that we recorded for the Body of Work record. Man, that song is tough. I've been wrestling that song. Recorded it 4 times. I don't know if I got it yet. Still working on it. And Mom is helping me make sure that it comes out right. It's hard to record songs sometimes. If you never tried, you wouldn't know. Because you think you just go in there with a microphone and a guitar and boom, what's the problem? But no, you have to be in the right state of mind. You have to be in the right part of your menstrual cycle. You have to be in the right phase of the moon. You got to be like the stars. You know, you can't have your rising sign up at the time. It's going to fuck the whole thing up. So it's a hard thing to do, but I like it a lot. So thank you for allowing me the privilege of recording so many songs. It's a really nice thing to do with my life. Okay. Wow. Okay, cool. Wow. I got some news. All right. I tell you what, it sounds like we actually made that stretch goal. John's like chatting to me like, hey, I think we made the stretch goal. Sure. Yes, we did make the stretch goal. I want to reveal 2 more songs from the new album and then probably like play 1 or 2 more songs from the set list here to make sure we end on the right note. And then boom, we're done. Freaking, it's 11 over here and we can, on the Eastern Seaboard, and then we can move over to the Patreon Zoom, which starts at 11:10, and we're going to do our little New Year's ritual with my patrons, mwah, and then we're going to ring in the new year. Somebody's going to have to find like a countdown clock. I guess that's me. I'm the somebody. Okay. Goodness. Wow. Okay. That's so much more money than I thought that we were going to get tonight, and I just have to say, like, you guys astonish me every time. I cannot believe that you like my music this much. Blows my mind. Mind blown. Happened again. Happens every time. Thank you guys so much. Gosh, what a life. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pick 2 more songs from here. Ah, love you, Sarah. Okay. Together Too Long. That's a segue for you. We'll go with that. Okay. Moving right along. Life, it just has all kinds of parts. Do you ever notice that? It's not all the same. It's all different. All right. I think this is the right key. Okay, Together Too Long is a song from the Idiot Heart record, now 10 years old. And I like that recording, and yet we haven't played it live very much, and I just still like the song. It's a song I wrote a long time ago, and I still think it is funny. And I like singing it, so I decided to record it again for this new record. So here's what it's going to sound like, more or less. saw you standing in a crowded room, and it's a long time later, but it's still too soon. And it's not like anything you did was wrong. Baby, I loved you, but we stayed together too long. Baby, it was not bad, isn't like I'd take it back. You and I had quite a lot of fun in fact, and it's not like anything went really wrong. Baby, I loved you, but we stayed together too long. And now that it's all over and you're saving face, you say you wanna be my friend, but I don't know what I saw in you in the first place, and I hope I'll never ever have to see you again. I took my books back, records from the bedroom shelf. It was a small flat, now you got it to yourself. And I know that probably I did you wrong. I should've known better, but we stayed together too long. Now that it's all over and you're saving face, you say you wanna be my friend, but I don't know what I saw in you in the first place, and I hope I never ever have to see you again. It isn't my fault, we were never meant to be. It isn't your fault, I could tell you honestly. We knew it when we started, there was something wrong. We should've known better, but we stayed together too long. Now that it's all over and you're saving face, you say you wanna be my friend, but I don't know what I saw in you in the first place, and I hope I never ever had to see you again. I said I don't know what I saw in you in the first place, and I hope I never ever had to see you again. It's kind of the opposite of when somebody's gone. When somebody's gone and you're like, good riddance. Both things happen. This is real life we're talking about. Okay. One more song from this magical bag. Goodness gracious. Wow, it's almost 2022. This is a good one. I'm glad it was this one. I was hoping it would be this one. Okay. This is a much sweeter kind of a love song. Lovin' is Easy. This is another one that people liked a lot, and then I sort of retired it, and now it's come back around, and I like it again. So I recorded a just me version for the body of work record. It'll go a little something like this. I'm in love with you, but it's alright. I fall in love nearly every night, and it fills up my heart so I can't keep it in. So I hope you don't mind if I say it again. I'm in love with you, but it's okay. I fall in love almost every day. I'm in love with the boys in the band down my street, and with every good poet I happen to meet. 'Cause loving is easy as taking a breath. I do it all day till the day of my death. I don't wanna own you, you don't have to stay. Just as long as I've known you, I've wanted to say I'm in love with you. Is that a sin? Just look at the state that you've got me in. when I think of your hands, of your eyes, of your tongue. I get suddenly foolish and humble and young, 'cause I'm in love with you, honey. But don't be afraid, I fell in love with the love that we made. But it's none of my business if you could love me. You don't have to earn it, I'm giving it free. 'Cause loving is easy, it's taking a breath. I do it all day, till the day of my death. I don't wanna own you, you don't have to stay. Just as long as I've known you, I wanted to say I'm in love with you. That's Lovin' is Easy for the marshmallow-hearted people. Well, Melissa, cool. Body of work maybe needs a subtitle. I mainly want to do it because I've always liked the phrase body of work because it sounds like a physical creature. And I also feel like Body of Work Volume 1, Volume 2, you could keep going. So this is going to be Body of Work Volume 1, which gives me a wide avenue to continue making more. You know what? I think I'm going to wrap this thing because I feel like I'm just in the flow. And I feel like we did a nice few songs. And Lovin' is Easy is a great second to last song. And I want to do Buck Up. And the only problem is I'm not going to flip off the camera in Buck Up. So this is for the guy who said he hasn't seen me flip off the camera in a while. Yeah. I should have done it at the end of Shit List. That's what it's really called for. So this is for Nazis. We're almost to the anniversary of the insurrection. This is for everyone who was involved. Most of all, the former president. Fuck you guys. But not you who are watching. Love you guys. All right. Well, this has been wonderful. I'm going to play Buck Up, and then those of you who are on Patreon, I will see you in like 10 minutes after that, and we'll convene on Zoom, and we'll do a little New Year's ritual. And I'll play you a couple more songs, too, if I missed anything. I don't think I did. I played a lot of songs tonight. But I'll see you on Zoom, and we'll do a New Year's ritual, play some more songs, and we'll watch the ball drop, proverbially. We'll just talk about it. We'll just count down ourselves with our own mouths. I love you guys. This has been amazing. Thank you for the attention and the love and the spiritual support as well as the material support. You're the best. Sing along at home if you know it. Been lying awake and wondering where it all went wrong. We're running in this human race, but the odds are looking long. So I sat beside my hound dog and I looked into his eyes. I said, what's the use of trying? And to my surprise, he said, buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. When it gets bad, that's the way you get it good. That's right. Take it with you into the new year. Oops. So I put my shoes on and I walked out in the street. The papers say we're on the way, starting World War III. Oh, so I took the hand of my paper man. I said, what we gonna do? And he just started laughing. He said, I got news for you. You better buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. Keep on shining, that's the way we get 'em good. La 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 la. shining, that'll get 'em good. They got the money and they're never gonna get enough. But honey, we got the love. Yeah! And we got friends who come out swinging. We get hit and we go home singing. La la la, like we know we should. We keep on shining, that's the way we get 'em good. We sing, buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. When it gets bad, that's the way we get 'em good. We keep on shining, honey, that'll get 'em good. That's right, Happy New Year almost. Love you guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the money and the love and everything. Thanks for everything you're doing for your family and for your community and for yourself. Taking care of these poor humans in this crazy motherfucker of a year. I'm proud of you. You've done a good job. Give yourselves a hand. I'm going to drop my guitar. All right, guys. I'll see some of you on Zoom in 10 minutes. Mwah. Love you. Bye.